Which camera is on? Oh, that's not the camera we want. We want the other camera. Come on, camera. Go the other way. There's what we want. Yeah. DM66, David Brian Mueller, February 25th, about quarter till 5 in the afternoon. It's kind of cold, but at least it's a nice sunny, clear day. So I get this picture up here from Mount Mueller, from the top of Mount Mueller here, I call it. It's called Herman Hill, actually, officially, but I call Mount Mueller because my one ancestor had a farm on this hill. Johann Mueller had his property going back to like about 1820. I've traced it back to roughly 1820 or something like that. Before this was Columbia. Land and Runner. What city is it? It's in Columbia, Illinois. Columbia, Illinois. Here's the Columbia Quarry over here. Over that way is the Columbia Quarry where my grandfather worked. Ben Miller. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I don't know how to get the zoom on here either with this YouTube thing, this YouTube app. But there's St. Louis, Missouri is off in the distance there. But it might be too hazy for the camera to pick up. Where's Columbia located? They say it's right near St. Louis, Missouri. It's 10 miles south of St. Louis, Missouri, roughly. It's in Monroe County, Illinois. About 10 miles south of St. Louis, Missouri. Right here, we're about 640 foot above sea level. We're in the Mississippi River valleys out there. It's about 400 foot above sea level. So we're about 250 foot above the river bottom out there in the distance. When I turn around, we'll come down this bluff. You'll see what I'm talking about. We're up on this bluff side here. Here in Columbia, there's several bluff lines. Where these bluffs go along the river, much of Illinois, but then in southern Illinois, it gets into a hilly terrain that they call the Illinois Ozarks, because it's right across the river from the Ozark Mountains of Missouri. Here, I'll turn around here. Go back. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes, Columbia was not affected by the flood because we're on the bluff. Columbia's up on a bluff. Valmeyer, 10 miles south of here, was completely destroyed. And they put a new Valmeyer, Illinois, on the bluff. But yeah, there was a major flood here in 93. I remember that very well. That river, it really came up that year. Let me tell you. If you were here in 1993, whoa. That Mississippi really came up that year. It completely destroyed the city of Valmeyer, Illinois. And they rebuilt Valmeyer then on top of the bluff now. So now Valmeyer is 400 foot above the river bottom. Because there's a bluff in Valmeyer, it's called Salt Lick Point. That's 832 foot above sea level at its peak, where the river bottom is about 400 foot above sea level. Around here. Here we're gonna come down the bluff line. It's real hazy out there though. A smog coming out of St. Louis there. Here we're about 620 foot above sea level though. We're going down to about this road's about 450 or so. Something like that. This is Eckert Road here. The Mississippi River Valley out there though. It's like the Nile of North America, or the Amazon, or something. It's a world-class river. Mississippi, Missouri basin drains much of North America. Big chunk of North America. This is its drainage. Down the Mississippi River to New Orleans, the Gulf of Mexico, of course. We're coming down the mountain now. Shit. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain. They call this right here the Illinois Ozarks. Like I said, in southern Illinois, as you go down towards Valmar, down towards Chester and Anna, Illinois, there's Bald Knob Cross is about 1,000 foot above sea level. And across the river is the Missouri Ozarks. The Ozark Plateau of Missouri. Interesting topography. At least I'm not, like some of Illinois is really flat and all that, like, at least I'm not in that area. I like diversity in my topography. At least we got a little bit around here. And when you go climb the bluff, like at Valmar, there's a trail to bluff up. At least they're manageable sized mountains, you know, small mountains. The guy like me with COPD can climb. What's that? How? Oh, I can't quite read that. I couldn't read that. Could you repeat that? I couldn't read that. Could you repeat your question? Because it disappears from my screen right away for some reason. On his phone. What's your question there? If we get cut off, I'll try to answer it later, maybe. I'm gonna drive home now, though. Driving into Columbia. There used to be a railroad track right here. It used to be the Gulf Mobile Ohio Railroad track. It used to go through here. But they covered it up now. They took all the ties out. When I was a child, though, there was trains came through here right by my house. Oh boy, there's like a sun glare for you. Ooh. I'm gonna return. There were trains in the Gulf Mobile Ohio Railroad. I used to walk the railroad tracks. I used to take my pet dog when I was a kid down the railroad tracks there. There's a creek that runs along there. It was real rural then. It's developed since then. A lot of people moved here since then. It's a popular place to move. My father bought this house down here in 1967. I've lived here since then. I've always lived in my parents' house out here. My mother and father passed away now. My mom passed away 2 years ago. God bless her soul. She was so good to me. Oh gosh. I lived her down at 99 North Briegel. She was a hoarder though. I got a bunch of stuff in the house I try to get rid of. But at least I can make a little spare money with it because I'm real broke. I'm real penniless. There it is, my mansion. I call it the Mueller Mansion. The Mueller Mansion on Briegel Street here in Columbia, Illinois. And we're down at between the houses there, you can see Mount Mueller over there. I don't know if you can see it real well here though, but it's back there. Mount Mueller's back there between them houses. We just came down off of. Really nice sunny day though. I thought I'd make a little movie of it. It's an excursion down Mount Mueller, down to my home here at 99 North Briegel, Columbia, Illinois. The home of David Brian Mueller Publishing, my music publishing company, and any other publishing I do on the internet. But my PC is still broke down, so I'm still stuck with just a little tablet. I'm very penniless. I just have a little tablet I'm using. Gosh, I hope my situation changes soon. I can get a new PC and stuff and get back to what I used to do. I've been in Columbia all my whole life. I was born in East St. Louis at St. Mary's Hospital, October 5th, 1962. Born in East St. Louis. And then my father's family has lived in Columbia, like I said, almost 200 years they've lived here. On my father's side, on the Miller side. Mueller. It's a German. There's a lot of Germans around here. Then the Yanglings were my grandmother's family. Then my mother's family came from Russia. Well, they came from the Carpathian Mountains in Austria, in between Russia, Poland, Ukraine. Is an area that's changed territory often. But they identified as Russian. They came to Ellis Island in 1912. Didn't speak English. On my mother's side, my grandpa Kowula, which I believe translates, it's like the name Dracula, but it's Kowula. I believe it translates to son of the crow. And a crow makes it sound like caw. I believe the name would translate to, just like Dracula translates to son of the dragon, that my grandfather's name, I believe, would be translated as son of the crow, or son of the raven. I've been trying to straighten that out. A Russian name like that. It's an unusual name. There's not very many of them in the United States. Very few of them. Well, I'm going to let it go then. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.